unauthorized data sales and privacy breaches remain rampant, leaving citizens vulnerable to exploitation. Honorable Vice Chairman, sir, the right to privacy and data security is a fundamental right, and it is imperative that the government takes decisive action to safeguard its citizens from data misuse and unsolicited calls. I urge urgent intervention to ensure the protection of personal data and to put an end to this growing nuisance. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Mani Sri Tejveer Singh, need to develop new spiritual tourism circuit in the state of Uttar Pradesh to tap tourism. Mani Tejveer Singh ji. Mani Sri Bhattacharya ji Rajiv, need to promote export of pineapple. Please. Please.
माननीय उपसभापति महोदय, हमको बोलने का मौका दिया है 0 आवर में। हम लोग जानते हैं उत्तर पूर्वांचल में त्रिपुरा ऐसे राज्य है जहां पहाड़ी राज्य है, जहां पाइनएप्पल की खेती होती है और पाइनएप्पल 2018 में हमारा सरकार बनने के बाद माननीय राष्ट्रपति द्वारा स्टेट फूड डिक्लेयर किया है और अभी
Honorable member, question hour. We will give you opportunity again. Question hour. Question number 181, Shri Sanjeev Arora, not present. Honorable Minister. Question number 181.
विवरण सदन के पटल पर रख दें।
डॉक्टर लक्ष्मीकांत वाजपेयी, सप्लीमेंट्री।
माननीय सभापति जी, मैं आपके माध्यम से माननीय मंत्री से जानना चाहता हूं कि कैंसर जैसी भयावह बीमारी के लिए विस्तृत उत्तर ग्रामीण क्षेत्र के संबंध में तो दिया है, लेकिन एक गर्भाशय कैंसर एक बड़ी विकराल समस्या है जिस पर समय समय पर चिंता भी व्यक्त की गई है। सरकार अपनी इस व्यवस्था के अंतर्गत गर्भाशय कैंसर वैक्सीन को कोरोना वैक्सीन की तरह से जनरल पब्लिक को लगाने के बारे में कोई विचार करेगी। दूसरा विषय मेरा है कि मेरठ में मेडिकल कॉलेज में कैंसर इकाई की स्थापना के संबंध में भी मेरा निवेदन है कि क्या सरकार उस पर विचार करेगी।
ऑनरेबल मिनिस्टर।
माननीय सभापति जी, सर्वाइकल कैंसर के वैक्सीन के बारे में जो सम्मानीय सदस्य ने यहाँ पर पूछा गया, तो निश्चित रूप से इसकी वैक्सीन बाजार में उपलब्ध है और निश्चित रूप से हमारी सरकार, हमारे प्रधानमंत्री आदरणीय नरेंद्र मोदी जी और हमारे स्वास्थ्य मंत्री जेपी नड्डा जी के मार्गदर्शन में निश्चित रूप से कैंसर के रोकथाम के लिए बहुत सारे उपाय और योजनाएं भी हमारे सरकार ने यहाँ पर लागू की है। और जो कि सदस्य ने यहाँ पर जो प्रश्न पूछा कि कैंसर का जो प्रादुर्भाव जो बहुत हृदय, उसके रोकथाम के लिए स्क्रीनिंग का जो काम है कि हमारे जो सब सेंटर है, पीएससी है, सीएससी है, सभी जगह पे स्क्रीनिंग करके कैंसर के रोगियों को पहले स्टेज में अगर निश्चित रूप से ढूंढा जाता है या उपचार शुरू होते हैं तो उनके दुरुस्त होने की ज़्यादा प्रतिशत में जो लोग जो होते हैं, लेकिन थर्ड स्टेज में कैंसर के रोगी जब उपचार करने आते हैं तो उसमें उपचार करने में भी और उनको बचाने में भी बहुत सारी दिक्कत होती है। लेकिन इसके जागरूकता, कैंसर के बारे में जागरूकता दिन भी मनाया जाता है और वो जागरूकता के माध्यम से लोगों में अवेयरनेस पैदा करने की कोशिश भी हमारे मंत्रालय के माध्यम से की जाती है और कैंसर जैसे बीमारी के रोकथाम के लिए, उनको कम करने के लिए हमारे विभाग के माध्यम से बहुत सारे उपाय और भी यहाँ पर चलाए जा रहे हैं।
श्री प्रफुल्ल पटेल।
So, Chairman sir, cancer is a very, dreaded disease, and of course it requires specialized treatment and long gestation treatment. So when many people go to, say, Mumbai, Delhi and bigger centers, even AIIMS and other places where government has now done a great job of increasing the reach of all these specialized medical facilities. However, there needs to be some sub-centers. I will just give one example that in Maharashtra we have many private hospitals having extended facilities for targeted immunotherapy and all in many districts. Similarly, if the government also, through the private as well as some of the government institutions, reaches out to, say, virtually every district, there are about 600 districts in the country, all need not be covered, maybe 300 districts or so which are very backward. There, if these kind of centers, once the main treatment is done in the bigger center, the sub-center can do the rest of the treatment, so that time is saved for the person to go again to the bigger centers. Cost is involved, staying facilities are a big problem. So may I request the Minister to have a view and let us know what he thinks.
Honorable Minister.
सभापति महोदय, सम्माननीय सदस्य प्रफुल्ल पटेल जी ने जो पूछा है कि निश्चित रूप से हमारे स्वास्थ्य विभाग के माध्यम से एनपी एनसीडी के तहत 770 जिला एनसीडी क्लिनिक है, 223 हृदय परिचर्या इकाइयाँ है, 372 जिला डे केयर सेंटर भी चलाए जाते हैं। सामुदायिक स्वास्थ्य केंद्रों पर 6410 एनसीडी क्लिनिक भी स्थापित किए गए। इसके अतिरिक्त 19 राज्य कैंसर संस्थान और 20 विशिष्ट कैंसर परिचर्या केंद्र का भी कार्यात्मक वहाँ पर कार्य चल रहा है। और सदस्य ने जो चिंता की है, निश्चित रूप से मैंने पहले जवाब में बोला था कि सब सेंटर जैसे भी वहाँ पर कैंसरों की स्क्रीनिंग शुरू की है। हमारी जो आशा वर्कर है, गांव में काम करने वाली है एएनएम है, वो घर घर में जाकर लोगों से जो हमारा फॉर्म है वो सभी भर के लाते हैं। और उसमें अगर ऐसी शंका आती है कि कैंसर के लिए इनकी जांच होना चाहिए, स्क्रीनिंग होना चाहिए, तो उपकेंद्र में भी उनकी स्क्रीनिंग होती है। अगर उनको रेफर करने का रहा तो डिस्ट्रिक्ट हॉस्पिटल तक भी उनको रेफर भी वहां से किया जा सकता।
सब सेंटर इज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट सजेशन। ऑनरेबल मिनिस्टर।
सर, जहाँ तक कैंसर का सवाल है और ये प्रश्न है, इस प्रश्न से एक ध्वनि आती है कि रूरल एरिया के लोगों को कैंसर से बचने के लिए और उसके स्क्रीनिंग के लिए क्या व्यवस्था है। तो सबसे पहले तो मैं हाउस को ये अवगत कराना चाहता हूँ कि बहुत ही एग्जॉस्टिव स्क्रीनिंग की व्यवस्था भारत सरकार ने, स्वास्थ्य मंत्रालय ने किया है। हमारे 1,75,000 आयुष्मान आरोग्य मंदिर हैं और आयुष्मान आरोग्य मंदिर के तहत हम स्क्रीनिंग कर रहे हैं। और ये स्क्रीनिंग ओरल कैंसर, ब्रेस्ट कैंसर और सर्विक्स कैंसर, ये तीनों की स्क्रीनिंग की जा रही है। और इस स्क्रीनिंग के दृष्टि से अगर हम देखें तो लगभग 29.32 करोड़ ओरल कैंसर का स्क्रीनिंग हुआ है और उसमें से डायग्नोज्ड 1,63,000 डिटेक्ट हुए हैं। उसी तरीके से 15 करोड़ 60 लाख ब्रेस्ट कैंसर की स्क्रीनिंग हुई है और डायग्नोज हुए हैं 57,000। उसी तरीके से 9 करोड़ 48,000 सर्विक्स कैंसर का स्क्रीनिंग हुई है और डायग्नोज हुए हैं 97,000। यानी यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड द नंबर। ये नंबर मैं इसलिए बता रहा हूँ कि करोड़्स में स्क्रीनिंग की गई है और थाउजेंड्स में और लाख्स में ये स्क्रीन्ड लोगों के जो निकले हैं उनका हम इलाज कर रहे हैं। जहाँ तक आपने कहा कि लोगों को फैसिलिटी मिलनी चाहिए ताकि उनको कोई नेशनल लेवल के या स्टेट लेवल के हॉस्पिटल्स में ना आना पड़े, इसके लिए प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी ने बहुत ही अच्छी योजना को आगे बढ़ाया है और अभी हमारे 372 डिस्ट्रिक्ट डे केयर सेंटर्स हैं जो कीमोथेरेपी अक्रॉस द कंट्री दे रहे हैं। इस बार निर्मला सीतारमण जी, हमारी माननीय वित्त मंत्री जी ने यह बजट में घोषणा की है कि हम आने वाले समय में every district will have a daycare cancer center. And this year we have decided to open 200. And within next 3 years, all districts will have cancer daycare center. Chemotherapy and radiotherapy also.
Srimati Mosam B. Noor.
Thank you, Chairman, sir. It's great to have you back. The Honorable Minister has already given an elaborate answer, but my question is if he can kindly state whether the Ministry is considering expanding telemedicine services and mobile cancer screening units to improve early detection and treatment accessibility in rural areas. If yes, please provide the details. Thank you, sir.
Honorable Minister.
Very good question, sir. जैसा मैंने कहा कि हम स्क्रीनिंग पर बहुत ध्यान दे रहे हैं और इसलिए हम टेलीमेडिसिन को भी बहुत तवज्जो दे रहे हैं एंड वी हैव डेवलप्ड हब एंड स्पोक मॉडल एंड हब एंड स्पोक मॉडल में वी आर गिविंग ट्रेनिंग टू दी CHOs, community health officers, those who can detect which looks like cancer, and those patients are through telemedicine. They are connected to the district hospitals and to the state hospitals and to the national institutes also, so that we decide whether this patient has to be brought at what level, so that we save time. And I would also like to share with the House, we would also like to share with the House that the Lancet study, Lancet की एक study आई है, जिसमें they have said that the timely cancer treatment initiation has improved in India, and 90% rise in the access of timely treatment. This has been said by Lancet about the cancer treatment. So all this has been possible because the screening is exhaustive, and the moment the person is confirmed that he has got cancer, where he has to be treated, that is also advised at that very moment.
Many honorable members, quite a large number, they wanted to ask supplementaries. Since there will be a discussion on the ministry, those of members who will not get opportunity otherwise to participate, I will accommodate all of them during the discussion. Question number 182, Srimati Sunetra Ajit Pawar. She had sought my leave. She was part of a delegation to Mexico representing the Parliament. Honorable Minister.
Statement is laid on the table of the House, sir.
Supplementary, Shri R.P.N. Singh.
माननीय मंत्री जी से मैं जानना चाहता हूं कि स्टोरेज के लिए बहुत फैसिलिटीज पूरे देश में बनाई गई हैं, परंतु फल के लिए मैं क्योंकि पूर्वांचल से आता हूं, कुशीनगर से आता हूं, हमारे यहाँ बहुत आम, लीची, केला की खेती होती है, परंतु जैसे हम सबको मालूम है लीची बहुत ही पेरिशेबल एक फल है, तो क्या इसके लिए सरकार फलों के लिए स्टोरेज बनाने के लिए कोई स्कीम लॉन्च कर रही है या इस पे सोच कर रही है कि फलों के लिए भी स्टोरेज के लिए सरकार की तरफ से यूटिलिटीज देश भर में बनाई जाएगी और खास तौर के ईस्टर्न पार्ट मीनिंग पूर्वांचल में बनाई जाएगी?
ऑनरेबल मिनिस्टर.
सर, दिस इज
उधर जाकर
बहुत सोबर हो गए.
आपका इरादा है क्या सोबर होने का?
हमारा पुराना नाता.
ऑनरेबल मिनिस्टर.
Sir, this is regarding the food storage, that is to food grains. Mainly, we deal with, as a food ministry, we deal with the paddy, that is, and of course, after conversion of as a rice and wheat. But as far as overall storage is concerned, fruit storage, of course, as far as my ministry is concerned, my department is concerned, we are continuously increasing the overall storage capacity, since the procurement of the food grains, whether it is paddy or the wheat, it is continuously increasing. If I can quote the figure, from 2004 to 2014, total quantity procured was 4,590 lakh metric ton, whereas from 2014 to 2024, we have procured almost 700 lakh metric ton, almost more than 50% procurement is more, and also the total value for that from 2004 to 2014 is 4,40,498 crores, whereas from 2014 to 2024, it is 12,51,403.58 crores. That is 184% increase. Because of this procurement, more procurement, storage has to be arranged. For that, many action we are taking. I do not want to go into those details. But for the fruits, it is for the cooperation minister and other storage facility, either it is dealt by agricultural or cooperative ministry. And we only deal with the food grain. That is the situation, and our department deals only with the food grains.
Shri Manoj Kumar Jha.
Thank you, Honorable Chairman, sir. My very pertinent but straight question to Honorable Minister, that reports indicate that India loses millions of metric tons of food grains annually due to inadequate storage. Has the government conducted any audits on storage losses, and what penalties are imposed on agencies responsible for mismanagement?
Honorable Minister.
Sir, as it is, if I can say that storage improvement is the major concern, but in last 10 years, we have taken a lot of measures. By that, the overall spoilage, because either it is for the storage, whether it is the transportation, whatever, all put together, total storage is 0.022%. However, using the technology, we are taking a lot of measures, and that measures have reduced the spoilage. And it is not the question of taking the action. We are trying to introduce more and more technologies. Because of that, considerably, it has come down. Scientific storage, food grains are stored by adopting proper scientific code of the storage practices. Adequate dunnage material such as wooden crate, bamboo mats, polythene sheets are used, and fumigation covers, nylon ropes, nets and the insecticides for the control of the stored grain, insect pests are provided. Many things such we are doing, and now I can say it has come down to very, very lowest level. Further also, we want to see that it comes to almost zero level.
Dr. M. Thambidurai.
Thank you, Chairman, sir. As our colleague Josh said, I want to add the same thing. In Tamil Nadu, the food procurements are taking place. The farmers are suffering a lot. Recently, my leader, Edappadi Palaniswamy, gave a statement. Due to the carelessness of the state government, whatever they procured and storage it and spoiled by the rain, but they are not taking action. Same way, I want to know whether the government will take aware of these things and give any assistance or take any penalty action. As he is taking penalty action, whether take action against the state government, which failed to protect the farmers and also storage, all the grains are gone away. What is the loss is making? This kind of loss, the government is not only many instances in the flood areas, never recently the present government is careless about the protecting the farmers and all the storage of the thing. What action you are going
Honorable
to take?
Minister.
Already mentioned here, the overall spoilage is very, as far as central pool storage is concerned, I am talking because that report, whether the state government which stores for its own consumption, because some of the states, we provide 5 kgs of either rice or wheat free of cost under Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyana Anna Yojana, free of cost for the 80 crore people in the entire country. Whatever PDS rice or wheat we store in the state, we take care of that. And out of that, as I have already mentioned, 0.022% is the loss because of these various reasons. And we have decided to further reduce it. At the same time, I can say in 22-23 and 21-22, when the movement was fast because of in COVID, we have supplied more grains free of cost at that time. Because of that and some other reasons, it was 0.002%. So that it is not to say that spoilage is more. As far as central pool of food storage, food grain storage is concerned, their storage is very, very negligible. However, whatever 0.022% is there, 0.022% is there, even to reduce that also, many actions are being initiated. And wherever, if private go down or the even FCI own go down or the state own go down, if somebody, because of the mistakes by the human-led mistakes, if it happens, definitely actions are going to be initiated.
Question number 183, Shri Saket Gokhale.
Question number 183.
Honorable Minister.
The statement is laid on the table of the House.
Supplementary number 1, Shri Saket Gokhale.
Thank you, sir. Sir, first I would like to commend the Honorable Minister for India has greatly reduced our maternal and infant mortality rates. I would definitely like to congratulate the Ministry for that. So in the answer that is given, it is true that the government does provide hot meals under the Janni Shishu Suraksha Karyakram. The problem, sir, is that these are provided in the general health centers and the ones which are accessible. But the problem is in the peripheral health centers, in a lot of states, an allowance is given for maybe milk and biscuits, and that has been the tradition, where hot meals, it is not possible to provide them. So in that particular area, I want to ask the Honourable Minister whether there is any plan by the Ministry to provide an allowance or maybe extend it in places where hot meals cannot be provided to women.
Honourable Minister.
So, Janani Shishu Suraksha Karyakram, this was introduced in the year 2011, primarily to bring down the out-of-pocket expenses for the women and children who are seeking health treatment services at the public health facilities. This is a scheme under which we do not provide any financial incentive. We provide in-kind services to the pregnant women, whether it is free diet, drugs, diagnostics, consumables, transport, or free blood transfusion services. So these are the facilities which are being provided all over the country to different states, and the out-of-pocket expenses have come down because of many schemes, but primarily because of this scheme.
Second supplementary, Shri Saket Gokhale.
So unfortunately, my question wasn't answered because I said there are peripheral health centers where it is not possible for the government to provide hot meals. What do we do in areas like those? But nevertheless, sir, the other issue that people are facing is, again, in peripheral areas, a lot of times ambulances, there is a shortage, they cannot reach, so they have to take referral transport. Or in a lot of peripheral health areas, advanced ultrasound facilities are not available. So these are areas where out-of-pocket expenses do happen. I mean, the government doesn't reimburse, but women do end up going through. So I'm talking specifically about these remote areas, be it in terms of diet, be it in terms of ultrasound. Is the government considering providing reimbursement in areas where the government is not able to, for logistical reasons, provide those services? Thank you.
Honourable Minister.
So there is a provision under the National Health Mission, which we call as PIP, Program Implementation Plan. So how do we unfold the program? That has to be decided at the grassroots level. The suggestions which you have given, if it comes under the Program Implementation Plan, we can think about it because they sit, they have discussion, the meeting takes place, and we discuss in the nitty-gritties of it. So the suggestion is good, but I would advise the Honourable Member that the Chief Medical Officer and the Block Medical Officer, they should come up with some plan. What do they need at which place? And the National Health Mission, the steering committee, the steering group is always very conscious about all these things. And the annual meeting takes place and we also monitor it. So we'll see accordingly.
Supplementary. Third, Susri Dola Sen.
Thank you, Chairman, sir. You are welcome, most welcome back, sir. Hope you are in good health and spirit. Somehow, nowadays, the price of the general medicines needed for the pregnant women and the general medicines needed for the newborn children, which is very much related for Janani Shishu Suraksha, and also the life-saving drugs for the mother and child, and also for the cancer patients, for the high blood pressure, diabetes patients also, are increasing day by day. Our crores of common and downtrodden people and mothers and children are suffering always for this reason. What measure is being taken by the Union Government, Minister, through you, sir, I want to know, to address these people's issues so that the price of medicines may be reduced?
Honorable Minister.
I would like to enlighten the House through the member, the question which she has asked, that as the Honourable Member Saket Gokhale also said, that the MMR, IMR and the under 5 mortality has been on decline. And the decline has been more than double of the global decline. This has been possible only because of the interventions which we have done. And I would like to enlighten the House, because through you, the people should also come to know that we have a very exhaustive mother and child treatment program, and the reproductive health care has been taken care. As far as the mother and the child health care is concerned, we should know that the moment any woman conceives, from that very moment, there are 4 compulsory antenatal checkups which are being done. And there are 3 additional checkups for high-risk patients. And we also give them a financial support of up to 1,400 rupees in the rural areas and 1,000 in the urban areas. And ASHA's workers are also given the incentive. Along with this, the delivery which takes place, more than 88.6 deliveries are being taken in they are institutional deliveries which are taking place. And for that also, no expense. Transportation is taken care by the government. The normal delivery or the cesarean C-section, that is taken, free diagnosis, free drugs, everything is given. And if the deliveries, they get the meals also, as it was asked by Saket Gokhale ji, for 3 days if it's a normal delivery, and 7 days if it's a C-section. What I mean to say is that as far as the mother and the child is concerned, and I would also like to share with you that all the vaccination, which is 27 vaccinations, 12 vaccinations in 27 sessions, is given to mother and child till the child grows till the age of 18. तो हम पूरा हेल्थ के प्रोग्राम को चेकअप करते हुए एक हेल्दी बॉर्न चाइल्ड किस तरीके से ग्रो करता है, तब तक हेल्थ डिपार्टमेंट उसकी चिंता करता है. And all this has taken care about the health of the India. One thing more, what you are talking about, इस previous question के आंसर में मैंने कैंसर के बारे में कहा था, और मैंने फिगर्स भी दिए कि कितने करोड़ सर्विक्स कैंसर, कितने करोड़ ओरल कैंसर और कितने करोड़ ब्रेस्ट कैंसर की स्क्रीनिंग हो चुकी है, और कितने थाउजेंड सस्पेक्टेड केसेस को हम ट्रीट कर रहे हैं. तो बहुत एग्जॉस्टिव हमारा प्रोग्राम है. व्हाट आई नीड योर सपोर्ट इज दैट एवरी मेंबर from all sides, they should contact the chief medical officer and try to discuss with him what is the program, how it is being implemented. हमारा भी भला होगा, patients का भी भला होगा, और आपका भी ज्ञानवर्धन होगा कि किस तरीके से हेल्थ डिपार्टमेंट काम कर रहा है.
Supplementary 4, Shri G.C. Chandrasekhar.
Thank you, Chairman, sir. Sir, whether the ministry is aware of the fact that cancer among the women is growing every year breast cancer contributes around 14.8% and around 5.4% is cervical cancer in women as per the Indian Council of Medical Research. And what are the initiatives taken by the government to enhance early screening and diagnosis of cancer among the women? And what is the setup? Specialized oncology specialties in district hospitals, especially in rural areas.
Honorable Minister.
Sir, the question relates to maternal health. He is asking about cancer, but I'll answer accordingly. Sir, we have got...
Sometimes you have to overlook certain situations.
Yeah, I understand.
It's a good question.
Yes. Sir, we have got the National Cancer Institute in Jhajjar, and it has come up very well. More than 1,400 beds are there, and it is one of the world's best facilities are being given there, and it is taking care. The same way the Chitranjan Cancer Center, Calcutta, that is also taking care. Then the Homi Baba institutes, there are 2 places, and all Indians of medical sciences, the 22 all Indians of medical sciences have got a full-fledged oncology department which is being developed. So this is how we are, and as you talked about the rural, I answered in my previous question that 1,75,000 are Ayushman Arogya Mandirs. There is a CHO, Community Health Officer. They are doing the screening work, and they are also connected to the hub and spoke model with telemedicine. And they advise accordingly which patient has to go which way. But I repeat again that screened up to 16th March 2025, 29.32 crore oral cancers have been screened and diagnosed 1,63,000. The same way for breast cancer, 15 crore 60 lakh has been screened and diagnosed 57,000 to be patient of breast cancer, and 9 crore 48 lakh have been screened for cervix cancer and diagnosed 97,000. So you can understand the volume, and you can understand the level at which we are screening and we are diagnosing and we are treating them also.
It was a supplementary to question number 181, as a matter of fact. Supplementary 5, Shri A.A. Rahim.
Thank you for this opportunity. Sir, my question regarding the JSSK. Sir, I want to know particularly regarding the non-adult mothers in the tribal area. Sir, I have a bitter experience in this guest house. When I asked the Ministry of Tribal Affairs on March 12th about the number of non-adult mothers, Honorable Minister gave an evasive answer. That's why I am asking again the floor. I now ask the Minister directly, how many non-adult mothers are there in tribal areas? How many of them have received the benefit under the Janani JSSK? What is the infant mortality rate in this area, particularly in this area of tribals?
Honorable Minister.
From the question is non-adult mother means the teenage pregnancy. We don't have, as such, at this point of time, I don't have the exact figures about it. If you can ask separately, we'll certainly answer this question, because we don't, we keep the register accordingly. ASHA workers note down the age. So we will come out if the separate question is being asked.
Question number 184, Shri Bhuvaneshwar Kalita. Honorable Minister.
सभापति महोदय, विवरण सभा के पटल पर रखा गया है.
Supplementary number 1, Shri Bhuvaneshwar Kalita.
Thank you, Honorable Chairman Cha. I joined the entire House to wish you quick recovery, good health and long life. Since all are beneficiary of CGHS, and my supplementary relates to only CGHS wellness centers, and particularly in Northeastern region. During the visit to the CGHS wellness centers, we found that in many of the wellness centers, regular doctors are not there. Only doctors on contact basis they are working. So the complaint from them was that there is no parity, whether the minister is considering to bring parity in the salary and pension of these contextual doctors.
Honorable Minister.
सभापति महोदय, जो पूर्वोत्तर क्षेत्रों के बारे में CGHS के बारे में यहाँ पर पूरक प्रश्न पूछा गया, तो CGHS ने पूर्वोत्तर क्षेत्र में 33 स्वास्थ्य सेवा संगठन को भी इसमें सूचीबद्ध किया गया है कि जहाँ पर ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा हमारे केंद्रीय कर्मचारी और पेंशनर लोगों का उपचार किया जाए। वैसे ही CGHS लाभार्थी को नगद रहित सुविधा प्रदान करने के लिए भी एम्स गुवाहाटी के साथ भी एक समझौता और ज्ञापन पर हस्ताक्षर भी किए गए हैं। CGHS ने CGHS पेंशन भोगी लाभार्थियों को नगद रहित उपचार के लिए 12 नवंबर 2024 को क्षेत्रीय आयुर्विज्ञान संस्थान रिम्स इम्फाल तथा 25 फरवरी 2025 को पूर्वोत्तर इंदिरा गांधी क्षेत्रीय स्वास्थ्य एवं चिकित्सा विज्ञान संस्थान निग्रिम्स शिलांग के साथ पर भी समझौता ज्ञापन पर हस्ताक्षर किए हैं। और निश्चित रूप से इसका जो बजट है कि ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा किया जाए, तो पिछले बार जो 7,500 के लगभग इसका बजट था, तो ये साल में उसको लगभग 1,000 करोड़ से बढ़कर 8,500 तक होने का भी अनुमान है। तो केंद्रीय कर्मचारी की स्वास्थ्य के लिए जो भी सुविधाएं दी जाती है CGHS सेंटर में से, तो वो देने के लिए निश्चित रूप से स्वास्थ्य विभाग से पूरे प्रयास किए जा रहे हैं।
Supplementary to Shri Bhuvaneshwar Kalita.
Sir, the Honourable Minister's reply is also already in the written answer. My question was different. That was the parity
he is just 1 meter away from you.
Parity and pension among for the contextual doctors. Anyway, sir, my second supplementary is again during our visits to these CGHS wellness centers, we have noticed that these doctors scantily they prescribe generic medicines, and while we visited those some of the beneficiaries and the Kendras, the reply was from the Kendras that there is lack or shortage of popular diseases like popular diseases like diabetes, like kidney disease, or like blood pressure. So in these areas, there is shortage of generic medicines in the Kendras, Janaushadhi Kendras. Whether the Honourable Minister will look into it so that generic medicines are made available for these rampant diseases. Thank you.
सभापति महोदय, जो यहाँ पर जन औषधि पूर्ति के बारे में माननीय सदस्य ने पूछा है, तो मंत्रालय के माध्यम से गुणवत्ता और खरीद में सुधार के लिए भी बहुत सारे पहल वहाँ पर किए जा रहे हैं और दर अनुबंधन विस्तार से भी जन औषधि आपूर्ति श्रृंखला को मजबूत करने का काम भी निश्चित रूप से मंत्रालय के माध्यम से CGHS में किया जा रहा है और समान मूल्य निर्धारण के लिए भी सीधी बातचीत और स्वतंत्र तृतीय पक्ष गुणवत्ता का भी उसमें आश्वासन भी दिया गया है। और जो चिंता सदस्य ने यहाँ पर व्यक्त की गई है कि जन औषधि केंद्र CGHS में ज़्यादातर लिखे नहीं जाते हैं, तो निश्चित रूप से उसकी भी पड़ताल की जाएगी और लोगों को सस्ती दवाएं ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा कैसी उपलब्ध होंगी, इसके लिए भी निश्चित रूप से स्वास्थ्य मंत्रालय से ध्यान रखा जाएगा।
सप्लीमेंट्री 3 डॉक्टर परमार जसवंत सिंह सालम सिंह।
माइक सर, मेरा क्वेश्चन 183 और 184 क्वेश्चन नंबर दोनों का कॉम्बिनेशन है। सबसे पहले तो मैं स्वास्थ्य मंत्री जी को बधाई देना चाहता हूं कि पिछले 10 सालों में अपने देश में एमएमआर और इन्फेंट मोर्टालिटी रेट IMR दोनों में काफ़ी हद तक हमने कंट्रोल कर लिया है। लेकिन जो नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न रीजन्स हैं जैसे असम, मेघालय और मणिपुर, वहाँ का जो MMR है और IMR दोनों नेशनल एवरेज से काफ़ी ऊपर है। तो मेरा मंत्री जी से ये क्वेश्चन है कि नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न रीजन के लिए क्या हमारा कोई स्पेसिफिक प्लान है ताकि उसको नेशनल एवरेज के करीब लेके आए ताकि हमारा और भी अच्छा दिखे। और CGHS का इसमें कोई रोल बनता है या उसको कोई मिशन मोड पे लगा सकते हैं ताकि उसको हम जल्दी से इम्प्रूव कर सकें। थैंक यू।
ऑनरेबल मिनिस्टर, हम लोग रीजन वाइज भी, स्टेट वाइज भी, डिस्ट्रिक्ट वाइज भी और ब्लॉक वाइज वर्क करते हैं। हम लोग निकालते हैं कौन से स्टेट्स वीक हैं, उन स्टेट्स को क्या क्या उसमें वीकनेसेस के क्या क्या पॉइंट्स हैं, उसको स्ट्रेटेजाइज करते हैं। उसी तरीके से किसी स्टेट में उनके पैरामीटर्स अच्छे होंगे बट कोई ज़िला है या ब्लॉक है तो उसको भी हम प्रायोरिटाइज करते हैं। तो इस दृष्टि से जो प्रश्न माननीय सदस्य ने पूछा है, मिनिस्ट्री एक्ट्स अकॉर्डिंगली और हमारा जोन वाइज भी होता है। और नॉर्थ ईस्ट ही नहीं, बहुत से ट्राइबल एरियाज हमारे सेंट्रल इंडिया में भी हैं जिसको हम प्रायोरिटाइज करके और प्रायोरिटी दे करके स्पेशल फोकस पे उन एरियाज को हम एड्रेस करते हैं।
सप्लीमेंट्री 4 डॉक्टर सैयद नासिर हुसैन।
Supplementary for 185, sir.
So supplementary number 4, Susri Susmita Dev.
Thank you, sir, for the opportunity. Sir, I have gone through the list of sanctioned posts and the vacancies, and there are 3 units in Silchar. But the figure against sanctioned posts is 0, sir. So therefore, they have not been able to fill it. My question to the Honourable Minister is that, sir, a posting in Northeast is seen in the country as a hardship posting sometimes, sir. So does the Health Minister have any provision to maybe hire doctors, paramedics on a contractual basis rather than filling up these permanent posts, which may help in better human resource? And नड्डा जी सदन में है, सर एक बात मैं कहना चाहती हूँ कि NHM के जो एम्प्लॉइज है वो आसाम में बहुत दिनों से एक स्ट्राइक कर रहे हैं फॉर इक्वल पे इक्वल वर्क। बड़ी मेहरबानी होगी सर अगर आप उनके डिमांड को लेकर थोड़ा चिंता करें। धन्यवाद।
ऑनरेबल मिनिस्टर।
डॉक्टर्स के लगाने का सवाल है। हमारे यहाँ कंबाइंड मेडिकल सर्विसेज होती हैं और वो जैसे यूपीएससी लेता है और यूपीएससी ईयर वाइज ईयर लेता है। लास्ट ईयर 165 पोस्ट उन्होंने भरी थी और वो हम प्रायोरिटी पर नॉर्थ ईस्ट में ही हम भेजते हैं। और वैसे ही अब इस बार हमने 225 पोस्ट की रिक्वेजिशन भेजी है और वो एग्जामिनेशन होगा तो वी विल अपॉइंट अकॉर्डिंगली। जो आपने कहा कि लोकल लोगों को या कॉन्ट्रैक्चुअल पर, तो मैं इनका सजेशन है, सजेशन इज़ गुड। देखते हैं मैं मंत्रालय में क्या इसका निष्कर्ष निकलता है। और आपने एक बात और कही कि NHM के लोगों का इक्वल पे वाला विषय हमारे ध्यान में नहीं है, लेकिन आप मुझे चेंबर में कोई इसके बारे में डिटेल पर्टिकुलर्स देंगे तो आई विल सर्टेनली लुक इनटू इट।
I called out the name of Dr. Syed Nasir Hussain because he was trying to catch my attention. So I sent the marshal to find out what does he want, and came a chit he wants to ask supplementary on 184. Therefore 184 we'll try to accommodate in 185. But the best is we must send the slips now. Question number 185. Shri Rita Brata Banerjee. Question 185. Honorable Minister, Supplementary 1, Sri Rita Brata Banerjee.
Thank you, sir. Sir, roughly the return of loans for the nationalized banks tends to around 12 lakh crore. It has been written off by the nationalized banks. The recovery rate from the answer that the amount of recovered loan is 1,26,000 plus, that is roughly 10%. Through you, sir, I want to know from the Honourable Minister that can the Honourable Minister please provide the House with the details of the top 20 willful defaulters in India as on date and state specifically what action has been taken to recover the outstanding amounts from these willful defaulters. It will be greatly appreciated if the Honourable Minister can furnish a written response on this with details.
Honourable Minister.
अध्यक्ष महोदय, जहाँ तक माननीय सदस्य ने एनपीए की बात किया है, अगर देखें तो बैंक आरबीआई के गाइडलाइन के अनुरूप और अपने बोर्डों के अप्रूव्ड पॉलिसी के अनुसार एनपीए लोन को राइट ऑफ करती हैं और साथ ही साथ अगर देखें तो राइट ऑफ करने से पहले 100% का प्रोविज़न किया जाता है ताकि जमाकर्ताओं को कोई भी नुकसान ना हो। और राइट ऑफ करने का मतलब ये नहीं होता है कि वो पैसा माफ़ कर दिया गया। जिस प्रकार से बैंक रिकवरी करती है और यथावत करती रहती है और ये बैंक अंतर्राष्ट्रीय मानकों के आधार पर करती है। जहाँ तक माननीय सदस्य का सवाल है कि एनपीए बहुत बढ़ा है, मैं बताना चाहता हूँ कि अगर आप देखें तो एनपीए लगातार गति से घट रही है और 2024-25 में अगर देखें तो 2.42% रह गई है।
Supplementary 2, Sri Rita Brata Banerjee.
Sir, my specific question was that the nationalized banks, overall 16.35 lakh crores have been written off. Overall, the nationalized bank amount is 12 lakh crores. Of that, the answer that is given by the government, it shows that the recovery is 1,26,000. That is merely 10%. So 90% of the loans is not recovered. Now my second supplementary, through you, sir, I want to know, can the ministry please state the details of the cases where the government has taken recapitalization measures for public sector banks facing a high volume of non-performing assets? Please also state the details of the funds for recapitalization released to these banks in the last 5 years. I will urge through you, sir, I need a specific answer. The earlier answer was not at all specific.
Honourable Minister.
सभापति महोदय, माननीय अध्यक्ष, माननीय सदस्य ने जो पूछा है कि रिकैपिटलाइजेशन के लिए, मैं निश्चित तौर से बताना चाहता हूं कि जब से मोदी जी की सरकार बनी है, आरबीआई और सरकार मिल करके कहीं ना कहीं एक सुदृढ़ व्यवस्था बनाई ताकि बैंकों को मजबूती प्राप्त हो सके और आज हमारे देश में सभी बैंक रोबोट्स तरीके से काम कर रहे हैं।
Honorable Finance Minister is responding. One second. Honorable Finance Minister is responding.
Sir, I just want to add a few more things to what the Honorable Minister of State has said. On the recovery of written-off loans, sir. First of all, I'm sure the Honorable Member realizes that when we say a loan is written off, it is not as if it has been completely waived off. The defaulter doesn't escape consequences. Action is taken through courts. Action is taken through the IBC process. And recovered monies are restored to the banks. And that record of how much has been restituted to the banks have been periodically answered when questions are asked in the Parliament. We have done that. But I just want to, because the Honourable Member kept saying he wants specific details, the numbers that he mentioned are probably old. I want to give the latest numbers, sir. Actually speaking, recovery in written-off loans by banks, sir, had reached a peak in the sense by about 22-23 public sector banks, recovery of written-off loans has gone up to the level of 35,378 crores. Cumulatively, the public sector banks have recovered written off loans of a total of 2,27,288 crores. Now, private sector banks on their own are also recovering, and they have recovered something like 55,598 crores, and therefore the recovery is an ongoing process. Every year adds to the total of money recovered. Now, as a whole, there is 2,27,288 crores which are recovered by just the public sector banks. So that is on the recovery of written off loans.
Supplementary 3, Dr. John Britas.
Sir, thank you very much, sir. Sir, this is the first time I am speaking after you have come back fit as a fiddle, sir.
It must have been very difficult for you.
Yes, sir.
Very difficult.
So without you, sir, I feel orphaned, sir. Sir, through you, sir, I thank the Honorable Finance Minister for her kind gesture of going over to Kerala House to have breakfast with my Chief Minister, sir. Sir, having said this, there is an impression that all the sectors are equal in its default. In this context, I would ask a specific question here. Part A. What could be the sector-wise industry, service, agriculture, NPA, write-off, and the recovery thereof? These three sector-wise. And the B part of the question is that there is a growing concern that education loans are becoming NPAs on account of growing unemployment. Will the minister be kind enough to give the statistics of the amount of NPAs on this account, the write-off and the recovery? Thank you very much, sir.
Honorable Minister.
Specific details which are being asked about, let's say, the agriculture, the manufacturing and the services, and also on the student loans, I may have to obtain it. I don't have it ready in my hands. I'll always take it, share it in the House, and also share it with the Honorable Member.
Difficult choice. I tilt in favor of Shri Digvijay Singh for supplementary number 4 at the cost of Dr. Syed Nasir Hussain. Come on now. Sir, if I call out someone, there has to be compliance. I have accepted. Okay. I have acceded to your request. Come on.
Sir, I would be very happy to withdraw in his favor, sir.
Doesn't matter, sir. I have taken a call.
माननीय अध्यक्ष महोदय, हम आपके आभारी हैं। मैं माननीय मंत्री से पूछना चाहता हूं कि एनसीएलटी के प्रकरणों में कमिटी ऑफ क्रेडिटर्स जब तक हेयरकट एक्सेप्ट नहीं करता है तब तक एनसीएलटी आदेश नहीं देता है। मैं माननीय मंत्री जी से आपके माध्यम को पूछना चाहता हूं कि एसबीआई लगभग 65% लोन्स वो हेयरकट के वजह से नुकसान हुआ। इसी प्रकार 2 प्रकरणों में जो उसके क्रेडिटर्स की जितना अमाउंट था केवल 4%, 96% हेयरकट हुआ है। एक हुआ है रेडियस एस्टेट के लिए और वीडियोकॉन इंडस्ट्री के लिए। वहां का जो लाभार्थी कौन थे मुझे बताने की जरूरत नहीं है, अडानी गुड होम्स। मैं आपके माध्यम से पूछना चाहता हूं कि क्या जो आपने उत्तर में बताया है जितना लोन राइट ऑफ हुआ है उसमें क्या हेयरकट का जो फिगर है वो शामिल है और क्या उसे कमिटी ऑफ क्रेडिटर्स ने मंजूरी दी है?
Honorable Minister.
Sir, the committee of creditors will have to give manzoori. There is not as if any one liquidation process or resolution process can.
Sir, is that a binding?
Honorable Finance Minister is on her legs.
Sir, very senior member sometimes is in a hurry to get the reply, just as he is in a hurry to also arrive at the numbers. 34% haircut and all that is on the basis of what claims have come through. liquidation and when it is done and the calculation of haircut is being done by one section in one way, but the laid down procedures talk about liquidation value, the liquidation value on the basis of which you've recovered, and that is what is counted when you're talking in the terms of IBC resolution process. So the same number per the laid down rules approved by this parliament through the IBC law shows that 169% has been realized. 169% has been realized, sir. And therefore, looking at it from the value of claims alone does not count for what I will perceive as a haircut or somebody else will perceive as a haircut. Haircut is when you already have seen what's the liquidation value, and if you're realizing 169% of the liquidation value, Honourable Member Digvijay Singh will probably have to look at these figures also and then take the inference about how the system works. And moreover, this is the kind of number that we're talking about for those cases where the claims are more than 1,000 crores each. 164 corporate debtors whose cases were admitted have realized 169%. So, sir, it is important. If you're talking about particular cases, I do not want to get into who's the beneficiary, who's the bidder, who came to claim, and who is now taking over that defaulted company. Is the company's defaulting promoter coming through back door, which the law does not permit? All this, I'm sure the Honourable Member knows. But since he's talked about prominent cases, I will take the liberty 1 minute extra to tell through you, Sir Honourable Chairman. SR Steel India Limited, realization as percentage of admitted claims is 77%. And number of days it took for resolution is, of course, a protracted long one, which goes beyond what we wanted it. It had taken 583 days. Sir, in the case of Binani Cements Limited, 99% has been the realization. MBL Infrastructure Limited, 120% realization. IVRCL Chengapalli Tollways Limited, 100% realization. So there are instances where realization is in this order. And to talk of haircut, 30%, 15%, 90% has been given away as a haircut are all, I'm sorry to say, will you allow me some indulgence, exaggerated.
In the last session, the Honourable Finance Minister was very graceful to enlighten me about phone banking, this time about haircut. Shrimati Sangeeta Yadav, Supplementary 5.
माननीय सभापति जी, आपको आभार कि आपने मुझे अवसर दिया। यहाँ चर्चा तो बैंकों के एनपीए और राइट ऑफ की हो रही है, लेकिन एक बहुत बड़ी समस्या इसमें चल रही है डिजिटल फ्रॉड का। तो मैं आपके माध्यम से माननीय मंत्री से जानना चाहती हूँ कि क्या सरकार इस स्थिति से कंडीशन से निपटने के लिए कोई प्रयास कर रही है क्या?
ऑनरेबल मिनिस्टर।
मैं आपके माध्यम से माननीय सदस्य को बताना चाहता हूँ कि सरकार शुरू से जब से आई है, कहीं ना कहीं आरबीआई और सरकार मिलकर के लगातार बैंकों को शुद्धिकरण के लिए काम कर रही है। जहाँ तक डिजिटल फ्रॉड का मामला है, अगर देखें तो भारतीय साइबर सर्वेलेंस केंद्र I4C की स्थापना की गई। रियल टाइम रिपोर्टिंग के लिए सिटीजन फाइनेंशियल साइबर क्राइम रिपोर्ट और मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम को स्टार्ट कर इसे NPCI से इंटीग्रेट किया गया। 1930 की टोल फ्री नंबर चलाया गया। दूरसंचार विभाग के चचू पोर्टल पर कॉल एवं SMS के संभावित फ्रॉड पर निगरानी रखी जा रही है। PM का मन की बात का संदेश जो प्रधानमंत्री जी ने सदन में दिया था कि रुको सोचो एक्शन के इन्हीं प्रयासों से परिणाम में आता है। और मैं 2014-15 में देखें अगर तो डिजिटल फ्रॉड जो हो 56,215 करोड़ हुआ था, वहीं 23-24 में घटक कर वो 4,224 करोड़ ही रह गया है। इसलिए सरकार कहीं ना कहीं उस पर लगातार प्रयास करी है और इसका मुख्य उद्देश्य है कि हम सबको मिल करके उसकी कहीं ना कहीं पब्लिसिटी की बहुत आवश्यकता है।
क्वेश्चन नंबर 186। श्री नीरज शेखर।
प्रश्न संख्या
Since 1960, it has built more than 804 vessels, including 30 warships. From advanced destroyers to missile boats to submarines, ensuring reliance in defense production. Maintaining our strategic deterrence, paving the future with technological advancements, enhancing India's naval and maritime power projection capabilities, playing indispensable role in safeguarding India's sovereignty, security and strategic interests. Here's the story of Mazagon Dock Shipbuilders Limited. Hello and a very warm welcome viewers. You're watching National Security with your host Kriti Mishra. And in this edition, Sunset TV will take you inside India's premier warship building yard, Mazagon Dock Shipbuilders Limited. This facility is contributing to India's maritime capability and strengthening national security. Get ready for this exhilarating journey. Come along. Mazagon Dock Shipbuilders Limited, or MDL, is one of India's leading defence public sector undertakings with a rich history in shipbuilding and ship repairs. Headquartered in Mumbai in Maharashtra, it is known for its high-quality shipbuilding services, particularly in the areas of naval warships, submarines and auxiliary vessels for the Indian Navy and Indian Coast Guard. Established in the mid-20th century, MDL has evolved into a premier entity in the field of maritime defence, contributing significantly to the country's naval capabilities. The history of Mazagon Dock dates back to 1774, when a small dry dock was constructed in Mazagon. Over the years, MDL has earned a reputation for quality work and established a tradition of skilled and resourceful service to the shipping world in general and the Indian Navy and Indian Coast Guard in particular. It was incorporated as a private limited company in 1934. After its takeover by the government in 1960, Mazagon Dock grew rapidly to become the premier warship building yard in India, producing warships for the Navy and offshore structures for the Bombay High. It has grown from a single unit, small ship repair company into a multi-unit and multi-product company with significant rise in production, use of modern technology and sophistication of products. The company's current portfolio of designs spans a wide range of products for both domestic and overseas clients. Since 1960, MBL has built more than 800 vessels, advanced destroyers to missile boats to submarines. It has also delivered cargo ships, passenger ships, supply vessels, multi-purpose support vessel, water tankers, tugs, dredgers, fishing trawlers, barges and border outposts for various customers in India as well as abroad. MBL has also fabricated and delivered jackets, main decks of wellhead platforms, process platforms and jack-up rigs.
We delivered 3 number of destroyers, one in 2021, another in 2022 and 23, and now we have delivered the 4th one in 24. So delivering 4 destroyers in 4 years consecutively, this itself is a huge feat which has been achieved by MDL. Today I look back the 4th destroyer which we have delivered, considering the period between the launching and the delivery. We have delivered from launch to delivery within 30 months. This I can say this is at par with the best of global standards, so even the most advanced countries. So over the years the kind of ecosystem, the kind of supply chain which has been developed by MDL, this has put us in a very, very good stead to on a consistent basis in terms of quality, in terms of timelines. If I compare the previous destroyer projects, there were delays amounting to almost 4 years. So although based on the assessment post-delivery of the project, there was a delay that was assigned to MDL was 1 month 25 days max. Whatever liquidated penalties were levied on MDL, they were refunded back for the disproportionate period. But at the same time, when you maintain the platforms for such a long period for 4 years, it consumes a lot of resources including the manpower, and it is a huge drain on cost and profitability. The destroyers which we have delivered in recent times, the one we have delivered just 2 days back, this we have delivered almost 1.5–2 months ahead of schedule. The last destroyer also in 23, what we delivered, that was almost 4.5–5 months ahead of schedule. So when you are delivering these platforms before the contractual delivery dates, it has a significant impact on the profitability and costs. So MDL has matured into a very fine world-class organization, so gives a great deal of satisfaction looking back that being a part of this organization and now at the helm of the affairs, you do feel satisfied.
MDL is one of India's key producers of naval warships, with numerous ships delivered to the Indian Navy and Indian Coast Guard. The company's portfolio includes destroyers, it has delivered several classes of destroyers, including the Kolkata-class destroyers and Delhi-class destroyers. These ships are equipped with advanced missile systems and radars and other combat systems. Frigates, the Shivalik class and Talwar class frigates are some of the notable projects undertaken by MDL. These stealth frigates are designed to be highly maneuverable and versatile. Corvettes, MDL has also constructed several corvettes which are equipped for anti-submarine warfare and coastal defense. One of the crowning achievements of MDL was the construction of INS Arihant, India's first nuclear-powered ballistic missile submarine. Commissioned in 2016, the submarine was part of India's strategic push to establish a credible second strike capability in the nuclear domain. The successful launch of INS Arihant marked a milestone in India's journey towards self-sufficiency in defense technology, as this was the first indigenously built submarine of its kind. The INS Kolkata is a Kolkata-class destroyer built by MDL, which was commissioned into Indian Navy in 2014. The state-of-the-art warship is equipped with advanced weapon system, including long-range surface-to-air missiles and anti-ship missiles, and features an advanced radar system for superior tracking and targeting. INS Shivalik is India's first indigenously built stealth frigate. It was delivered by MDL in 2010. The ship features an advanced design, reducing its radar cross-section and making it more difficult to detect by enemy radar. Its capabilities include anti-aircraft warfare, anti-submarine warfare, and surface warfare. MDL is also involved in the Project 75 program, which is aimed at building advanced conventional submarines for the Indian Navy. This is critical for enhancing India's underwater warfare capabilities. MDL's work on submarines is a testament to its capability in producing highly complex and technically demanding vessels. The construction of such submarines requires significant technological expertise, advanced materials, and systems integration. In addition to warships and submarines, MDL also constructs a range of auxiliary vessels, including tankers, patrol vessels, amphibious warships, and logistic support vessels. These ships support naval operations and facilitate the effective functioning of the Indian Navy and Indian Coast Guard by providing essential services such as fuel and supplies.
In fact, this Atmanirbhar Bharat mission, as far as amongst all the three forces, what I see as far as Navy is concerned, Navy started this journey long back. Of course, in recent years, a significant thrust has been provided, and it is more focused. If I look back on the shipbuilding part, we started from approximately 42% indigenization, graduated slowly. Currently, we are at about 75% indigenization. And maybe we can further stretch it to 80-82%. Then depending upon the requirements or the strategic call, because some of the equipment, some of the sensors are such that it may not be very commercially viable to produce in India, but at the same time, if it is a strategic decision, we are willing to make in India. Many vendors have been developed. The submarine project where we did not have any kind of a mandate with respect to indigenization, there also we have achieved a critical 33% indigenization. Moving ahead, we are in discussion with the Indian Navy for 3 more Scorpion submarines, where the target is that we achieve an indigenization target of 60%. So this indigenization, and probably for the next project, it would be totally make in India. Simultaneously, as far as MDL is concerned, we are also investing in R&D, and we are constructing our own fully indigenous made submarine, a midget submarine, a 10-meter long submarine, which is an experimental submarine. And based on so this would establish a proof of concept. So based on the success of the proof of concept, we would be experimenting with a full-fledged submarine. So we are moving in the right direction. A lot of steps have been taken. A lot of initiatives have been taken towards indigenization. Today we have a strong vendor base who are with us in augmenting our supply chain. Moving ahead, I am very confident that this movement is going to gain further momentum, and we will be very soon making all ships fully made in India.
The strategic significance of Mazagon Dock Shipbuilders cannot be overstated, especially in the context of India's maritime defence needs.